Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of St. Joseph's Prep Hockey here on WSJP, where today the Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep take on the Explorers of LaSalle College High School. The Hawks kept themselves in the win column with a 1-0 shootout victory over the Friars of Malvern Prep just over a week ago. Weather permitting, or weather battling, I guess you should say, the Hawks could not take on Holy Ghost on Monday, but they return here against LaSalle College High School. For today's broadcast, I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by AJ Farrington. AJ, how we doing?
Doing all right. You know, a little trouble with the snow getting over here.
Yeah.
Had a little moment of panic, so to speak, in the Buick Verano earlier. Shout out anti-lock brakes. But yeah, you know, we're feeling all right, getting ready for some solid 8-pack hockey here.
Well, solid 8-pack hockey. I would go as even far to say great 8-pack hockey. St. Joseph's Prep 13-5 on the season, looking like one of the best teams in the 8-pack. Obviously, the loss to Holy Ghost Prep and the most recent one to the Hun School, not what the Prep wanted to see. With the 8-pack playoffs just being under a month away, the semifinals will take place on the 18th, so obviously a lot to look forward to. But the Hawks recently took down LaSalle College High School just over 2 months ago. That was a long time since these teams last saw each other. And the Prep got a 3-2 win in that game, so we'll see how they fare here today. LaSalle, not the season that they would hope for as of yet, but we all know how tough these teams play each other. LaSalle 5-11 on the year. AJ, you were at that game where LaSalle and the Prep took on each other for the first time. I mean, what'd you see in that one?
I mean, I think it was definitely more of a physical edge for the Prep there. Total domination, really, honestly. We saw very heavy on the forecheck from them earlier, just, really setting the tempo. And very aggressive, which, Ron, I always say in my intros that I think that's really one of the keys to the game. Like, I think it is in all games of hockey, really. But like you mentioned earlier, all these games can be a toss-up in this league. There's no clear favorites. Kind of compare it to PCO basketball, if you will. I think any team can win any game at any time. So,
yeah, no doubt about it, AJ. And we would invite you to also tune in if you have the opportunity to tune into St. Joseph's Prep basketball as well, as they take on Archbishop Carroll. Currently have a 3-point lead over the Patriots. So, yeah, a lot to look forward to. And then tonight, St. Joseph's Prep wrestling, they will take on Conwell Egan in the PCL Championship. So lots to look forward to here on WSJP. And we will have that action covered for you here today. As I currently try to log into our scoreboard here, for some reason it logs me out. I don't understand, but nonetheless, we move here on WSJP. We battled through everything, and we will get a pause for our intros and national anthem. I believe we will do the intros first. I'm experienced enough to know that.
Yeah.
But here we go. Starting off on the first line for St. Joe's Prep will be Braden Fisher. Second leading goal scorer on the team, and here is the leading goal scorer on the team, Cole Gargon. Starting up next, Jake Ely, the youngest of the Ely brothers, a freshman here starting on the first line for varsity. Adam Sharafi, one of the best Hawks two-way players in the game. Ben Curson, one of the senior leaders as well on the team. And Declan Geary, the starting goalie for St. Joe's Prep. Argument the best goalie in the APAC. But here we go, starting out for LaSalle College High School will be Thomas Leonards. Up next for the Explorers, it'll be Matthew Martin. And if I can get a look at the number, that'd be great. It'll be Roman Tock. And up next, as they could just go really quickly here, Jones. And to end it off, it will be Greenwalt. And we will get a pause quick here on WSJP for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back at it here on WSJP as the Prep and LaSalle get ready to face off here. Referees Colep, the goalie for LaSalle, Declan Geary for the Prep, getting ready to get back into it. And as we know, these teams play very tough physical hockey. And as I mentioned a bit earlier, you can see it on your screen, the scoreboard of St. Joe's Prep basketball versus Archbishop Carroll currently have a 7-point lead, 36-29. And as I mentioned, wrestling tonight, Peacedale Championship versus Conway League in 7 p.m. start. Sam Salamone on the call for that one. We continue to move, and speaking of the Prep versus LaSalle, we will see those teams take on each other in basketball next Monday. And also this Friday, we will have basketball versus Devon Prep, 7 p.m. tip-off at Devon Prep. So lots to look forward to on WSJP. But today, the Hawks and LaSalle, here we go. LaSalle College High School wins the face-off, but they move it back into the zone of St. Joseph's Prep. Adam Sharafi resecures for the Hawks. He is getting chased quickly. Gets around Jake Ely, and he gets it down the ice. Cole Gargon, quick opportunity for him. Takes a shot just left. Adam Sharafi recovers for the Hawks. Martin doing a good job. Greenwald tries to knock it away from Cole Gargon. He resecures. There's a fight in the quarter. Braden Fisher comes sliding in to try to take it away. Jake Ely gets it back out to Sharafi, who tries to center it. Can't do so. Gets it back. Sharafi gets around the defense behind the net. Tries to get inside. Takes a shot. Saved there by Colep. Cleared out by Greenwald. Another shot taken there. Saved. And a quick couple of shots for St. Joe's Prep as they get a line change in here early.
Yeah, like you said, Ryan, really high pressure from these Hawks very early. Cole Gargon with a great look to start the game, just pulls it wide, but a couple more. Adam Sharafi there trying to sneak that on, and then I think that was Ben Curson just lobbing it at the net, forcing the goalie to make a save, and now you have an ozone draw here for the Prep.
Hawks get a line change in. Aiden Quinn on for the Prep as he was absent in the game against Malvern Prep. Here's an early shot there from Michael Castelli. Saved and now cleared down the ice. The Explorers trying to get it down there quickly. Podolka has it taken away. Aiden Quinn gets it back. He clears down the ice. In pursuit is Noah Stool. Resecured, though, by France. Knocked around the boards as LaSalle tries to get it down the ice. Podolka gets it back, and he's swinging it around. That one over to Lunsford. Karangi, who's just come on, tries to center it. Castelli was there, though, to knock it away as the Hawks try to just get it back down the ice. Aiden Quinn is able to do so, but LaSalle will get it back as Mantalino gets a cross-ice pass over to Karangi as he clears it down the ice once again right into the possession of Declan Geary, who will leave it for St. Joe's Prep as LaSalle gets another line change in. Noah Stool swings it over to Michael Castelli. Castelli off the boards to Aiden Quinn. Ooh, nice move there from Quinn to keep it away. Over to Will Savarese. Off the board pass again to Aiden Quinn. The Hawks being pressured as they clear it down the ice. Touched by LaSalle, so there is going to be no icing called as the Hawks will get a line change. LaSalle clear it down the ice.
Apparently. Sure, look on that.
We apologize, technical difficulty here on WSJP, but we were able to keep the camera action with you, so shout out Thomas Coelho on the camera here today, but nonetheless, the Hawks not able to get it back. LaSalle moves it into their own bench. We will get a face-off. We worked through it all here on WSJP. I maybe not to call out the basketball crew, but they're in the warm confines of the gym. We're in the colds here. I think we're the tough guys here today, AJ.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'm in my nice jacket. I've made mistakes of showing up to these games in short sleeve T-shirts before. I would not be making those. Moving forward, I'm in my nice coat. I'm a little warm. The hands, they get a little crisp sometimes. It's not the warmest here in class of 1923. I think that adds to it. It's a little refreshing almost. I must say.
I feel like it's sometimes colder in here than it is on the outside.
Honestly, on not a day like today, but give me some day in March maybe. I think it probably is colder.
Definitely. But nonetheless, I'm in my WSJP jacket. Shout out Mr. Abington for helping us get these, as the officials debate on where the face-off will be, as it was knocked into the LaSalle bench. We'll get a face-off in the neutral zone.
Oh, that leads straight out to the street.
Does it actually?
Did you know that? Yeah, it looks like the Zamboni goes straight down the street.
So where does the Zamboni go? That's interesting. Here's Cole Gargon, though, as the Hawks win the face-off. Swings it back. Adam Sharafi thought about the cross-ice pass, didn't do it, though, as he just gets it off the boards, try to get it back to himself. Braden Fisher behind the net, fighting with Jake Ely amongst others, but Lunsford's the one to take it away, as LaSalle will try to get a fast break down the ice. The Hawks have defenders. Karangi, though, has it taken away as a hit is drawn to Adam Sharafi. And that might have been roughing called as the officials blow the whistle. Let's see. I don't think I saw them put their hand up.
Yeah, Ryan, on these roughing calls, one thing you got to pay attention to is the shoulder length at the face. And looked like Adam Sharafi could have taken a shoulder blade right up there to the face.
No, I think it was actually offside.
But it's going to be offsides.
I thought it was roughing.
Yeah, for the future, that is one thing you want to watch is the head contact, obviously, is always a no in every form of youth sports.
Here's Will Sav as he tries to get it to Joseph Dara, but it's taken away. Here's Karangi. Good defense from Will Sav, though, to take it away. Frankie Ely takes a hit on the boards. Recovered, though, by the Hawks momentarily. Connor Martin fighting for Podolka, though. Able to take it away from him. Geary leaves it for Will Sav as he gets it back over to Dara. The Hawks try to get it back down the ice. Aiden Quinn knocks it in front of him, and he just backs it up. Greenwald clears. Dara gets it back. Will Sav left it there momentarily as he gets it over to Dara, but he loses it. The ball just, not the ball, what am I saying? I was talking about basketball a few moments ago, and that one off the skate of Connor Martin, resecured, though, by LaSalle. Hirschka, amongst others, trying to keep it in the possession of LaSalle. Ballman in there. Hirschka the one to take it away as he knocks it back out. Here's a shot. This one in the middle of the ice, but a shot was not taken there by Ballman. Lucky there for St. Joseph's Prep. Centered again, knocked down the ice. This one not touched by the Hawks.
Yeah. We're going to break here, but Ryan Ballman's wide open in the slot there. A little bit of a bailout. Good job from Declan Geary keeping active with the stick there in the middle of the ice. Could have been disastrous for the Hawks early on.
Yeah, that could have been close, but nonetheless, the Prep are able to hold, and that one goes into the bench of LaSalle. So we will get a face-off. That one being between Martin and I'm sorry, not John Wagner, Noah Stool. The 89 and the 87, close. But nonetheless, this one down the ice. Tommy Ely there for the Hawks. He gets it around the boards. Michael Castelli is there, and that is who will secure it. Trying to find somebody down the ice, but he keeps it for himself. But Tok will have something to say about that one. That one knocked to center ice as it's just cleared by Noah Stool. The Hawks will pursue it, but so will the Explorers. There's Reinhardt. Has it knocked away. The Hawks resecure. Castelli out to John Wagner, but he has it taken away. Here's Tok, and now down the ice. Here we go. Here's a shot saved by Declan Geary. There was Leonards trying to knock it in. Cross-ice pass. That one over to Jones. Knocks it off the boards. The Hawks once again get away with one as Castelli holds and he clears.
Yeah, great job from Tommy Ely there. Just try and disrupt as much as possible. Declan Geary coming out of his net, making a great play.
LaSalle will once again try to replicate that, but maybe this time get a goal. Here's Podolka. Tries to get it around. Nice defense there, though, from John Wagner. James Fratt has to take about two guys as he just clears it as the Hawks get a line change in. Ben Curson, Vinny Burnett, and Cole Sullivan on the ice. Cleared around. Vinny Burnett tries to sneakily get around the ice as Jones tries to get it to Podolka, taken away by Ben Curson as he just tries to center. It can't do so. Gets it back. Curson tries to pass it over to Sullivan, but it was taken away. Nice job there from Curson. Heads-up play as the Hawks get back down the ice. Karangi clears, but right into possession of Frankie Ely, who actually loses it. Sharafi and Ely fighting for it on the boards. Good job from Sharafi to box out. Pass behind the net. Sharafi being pursued by Boland as Vinny Burnett will get it back. Cross-ice pass over to Frankie Ely. He is quick down the ice. Look at him go. Has Burnett parallel with him. He clears it, tries to pass it to himself. This one's centered. Nobody's there, though, for the Hawks.
I think you might have missed a slashing there, Ryan.
Back down the ice once again.
There we go.
Ballman takes a hit. Centered there. From Hirschka, that was. Vinny Burnett off the boards. Trying to get it to Sullivan. Line change in for both teams. The Hawks getting in there late, unfortunately. LaSalle, though, get in there quickly as they are able to, once again, keep Curson off the puck. As that one off of top, Cole Gargon slips. So that means it will go to LaSalle. The Hawks having a bit of trouble with control early.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Ryan, just not a lot of solid possession for the Hawks there.
Here's a pass and a shot saved by Geary as he's able to secure it. Man, Declan Geary bringing on his A-game here today. That one was close once again.
Yeah, great call by Declan Geary there, but before the shot there, the Hawks not really maintaining much possession, are they, Ryan?
No.
Not able to hold, not even really much in their zone, trying very quickly to cross through and getting nothing to show for it so far.
The Hawks with their offensive lineup, if you will, the officials going over to the LaSalle bench. I'm not sure what their problem is. I don't think it'll affect what's happening in the game. Yep, we're good to go. Fisher will face off, and it will be won by the Prep. Here we go. The Hawks trying to get themselves back into it as Jake Ely will just hit it off the boards. Mantolino gets it back for LaSalle. Goes behind the net. Cross-ice pass over to Greenwald. Tries to center, but Braden Fisher is there. Bit of a slap shot pass back to Greenwald as LaSalle will have to start over. Off the boards pass to Mantolino. Once again, but it goes to Cole Gargon. Oh, Gargon delivers a hit. Didn't even really seem to mean it. Gargon trying to dance around. Martin, that being. He still comes away with it. And Gargon has an opportunity for a shot here. Oh, and it's saved. Or actually, I think it just went behind the net. I apologize. Shot there was taken by Aiden Quinn. Gargon trying to redo where he was. Tock is there as he clears to Will Sav, who gets hit on the boards. Fisher gets it in the neutral zone. To center ice is to Aiden Quinn. Line change on for the Hawks, or not really a line change. John Wagner just comes in for Will Sav. Greenwald behind the back pass to Mantolino. Karangi gets it around the boards, has John Wagner in front of him, Fisher behind him. Wagner tips it, and LaSalle trying to get it back down the ice. Martin just gets checked quickly. Jake Ely off the board pass to himself, has Fisher with him. He loses control as it goes behind the net. Mantolino is there as he passes it over to Karangi. Aiden Quinn was ready to deliver a big hit. This one could be icing. I don't think anyone touched it for the Prep. Geary calls for it, and he will get it. 8:29 remaining in the first period. The Hawks with the lead, and St. Joe's Prep basketball with a 10-point lead over Archbishop Carroll with just under 5 minutes remaining.
Love to hear that. The Hawks obviously looking to bounce back from recent, in the basketball realm, of course.
Yeah, the Hawks. Some good wins, tough losses. AJ, you remember that West Catholic game? That was a couple of weeks ago. That was nuts.
Yeah, and the no-service gym.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Tommy Ely lost control again as Stool recovers, makes some moves, gets it over to James Fratt, who's being pressured there by Reinhardt. Stool recovers again. Back to Fratt. Off the board pass. Wagner inside to Castelli. Couldn't find a shot. Karangi clears. And now an opportunity for Podolka potentially. Tommy Ely, though, is there to make sure that does not happen as he tries to clear it down the ice, but it's once again knocked away by Bowman. And the Hawks able to get it away from Declan Geary. Stool behind the back pass to Castelli. It might have been a bit too far out in front of him. Stool clears. Great job from him to clear it down the ice. James Fratt in pursuit.
Yeah, what a great job early that was in that break from Tommy Ely for just establishing puck position there. That was a great defensive play in textbook on how to do it.
Castelli gets it over to Tommy Ely. On the board pass to Fratt as the Hawks and the Explorers will reset. Frankie Ely back in there. That one in between the legs of Jones as he gets it back for the Explorers. Lots of action in the first 10 minutes in this game. That one a bit too far behind Bolin as Tommy Ely gets it back to the Hawks. He can't keep it with him, though, as he lets it go to Cole Gargon. I'm sorry, that's actually John Wagner, the stick. The pink
tape.
Yeah, the pink tape. It always lets me know it's Gargon, but in that case, it was John Wagner.
Yeah. Throwing us off a little bit up here.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Ely swings it back. Curson shot saved and caught by Kolep. We'll get a face-off.
Hey, not bad from Ben Curson. Pretty good shot. Looked like it could have gone top corner there. routine save overall. And ozone draw here for the Prep. See who can come from this. Not the most active on offense so far. Came out really hot really quickly. Been a little bit more subdued recently. It's been a relatively back-and-forth hockey game so far. We'll see what happens after this face-off.
Ely wins it. Kerson has a shot, takes it, save. No one there for the rebound for the Hawks as Tok clears it away. It goes behind Sharafi. LaSalle will have a chance to recover and maybe get an opportunity to score. Kerson, though, is there to make sure it was not centered. LaSalle, though, trying to get it back.
It's another break for LaSalle, Ryan. There's been 4 or 5 of those already.
Kerson moves it around as Vinny Burnett's the one to come away with it. 2 defenders as he just has to clear it. Braden Fisher back on. Kolep resecures. We'll get a face-off once again, and I think it's just the secure, AJ. I mean, they just can't. The Hawks just can't seem to get it down. Maybe it's the not playing for about almost a week. They obviously had the cancellation versus Holy Ghost Prep.
Yeah, I mean, Vinny Burnett there in that 1-on-3 situation and just dump it into the zone and make the tender cover it up. I mean, I think that's the perfect play to make there, Ryan.
Right. Face-off won by the Prep. Gargon shot that one off the pad of Kolep. Rebound there for Kerson. Thought he had a shot, didn't take it. Tries to get it to Jake Ely, a bit too far behind him. LaSalle tries to recover. They get it away from the center of the ice. Sharafi is with Karangi as Sharafi delivers a big hit. Nice one. Clean as well. Gargon fighting for it on the boards with Podolka. Sharafi comes away with it as that one was once again not secured by the Hawks as Geary just saves and secures it. Exactly 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an intentional dump there. Geary very well may have been, but another close one so far. Yeah, just not super solid in possession from both teams really so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Face-off there won by St. Joe's Prep. Braden Fisher again. Will Sav off the boards. Aiden Quinn is there. Looked like Hirschka fell down. Aiden Quinn, Fisher, Jake Ely, and Boland as Fisher's the one to come away with it. Fisher to Gargon, being pressured immediately. Back to Fisher on the center of the ice. Resecured by the Explorers. Directly to Aiden Quinn now. Back to Will Sav. Clears it over to Fisher, and he just taps it, but it goes back to Mantolino. Opportunity for the Hawks, not really there. Here's Will Sav. Quick pass off the board. Gargon is there. He takes a hit. Very lightly, though.
Yeah.
And he gets it over to Will Savarese. Back again to Gargon. The Hawks just playing catch behind the net with just over 5 minutes remaining. Gargon quickly down the ice. Oh, my goodness, what a move as he gets it behind the net again. Can't find anyone. Thought he had Fisher. He gets it to him. Back out to Aiden Quinn off the boards, who takes a shot. Saved there by Kolep. No one there for the rebound for the Hawks. That one down the ice, and it will be a icing call. 5:03 now remaining.
Yeah, Ryan, has been there for the Hawks so far in this first period is the drop pass to the point, or just the defenseman in general for the shot. I mean, you see a couple defensemen rip a game, and imagine one's going to go in eventually.
Indeed. Aiden Quinn with 1 goal on the year, so maybe one of those can just get back in, just with Dara to do the face-off. And it is won by LaSalle. Well, never mind. Connor Martin, though, is the one to come away with it. Takes a slap shot, saved and secured again by Kolep.
Yeah, Connor Martin there, which is the backhand, trying to volley, see if he could beat, maybe take a deflection off the goalie's pad, sneak it in behind the front post. We'll see another draw here.
Face-off again, won by the Hawks. Frankie Ely hits it off of Taku. Looks like he got hurt on that one. He took a shot on his shin, it looked like. Around the boards, Connor Martin almost took a hit. Karangi and Ely were fighting for it, but it goes down the ice for the Explorers. 3-on-2. LaSalle has the advantage. Karangi shoots it very lightly. Nothing there, though. Fight for it between Martin, amongst others, for LaSalle. Gets it back, tries to center it. No one was there. Greenwald with a shot. It's tipped as it goes left. Lots of fighting between both teams, and the net trying to get back in order as the referees don't blow the play dead. LaSalle once again resecure. Here is Podolka. Tries to center it. Here's a shot, and it got tipped before it could get there. But once again, LaSalle are the ones to come away with it. Here's another shot saved. No one there for the rebound for the Explorers. The Hawks trying to clear it out, and they do. 4 minutes now remaining. Dara parallel with Connor Martin. He'll just clear. The Hawks get a very needed line change in there.
Necessary line change there for the Hawks.
France moves it around. Here's Greenwald. Can't find anyone immediately. The Hawks just get back defensively. So Greenwald's just going to take it himself. Stool and Martin were there as he clears down the ice. Tommy Ely gets it back for the Prep as LaSalle gets another line change. Once again, probably needed. Here's Michael Castelli trying to get around defenders. He gets by Boland, but has about 4 more to get behind as he just clears it. Goes into the neutral zone as there's a cross-ice pass over to Ballman. He is one-on-one with Stool. Tommy Ely, who delivers a beautiful stick check. It looked like it was. And here's
beautiful poke check there from Tommy Ely.
Indeed. James Frack couldn't fight between 3 defenders as the Prep get it back, and a lot of fighting between Noah Stool amongst others. Tommy Ely has it taken away, but he gets a little poke check, as you mentioned there, AJ, to just make sure LaSalle doesn't get it down the ice. Here's Castelli. Gets around Boland as he just clears it down the ice. Bit of a slap shot pass, if you will. Miscommunication between Colep and France, but the Explorers are the ones that come away with it. France gets it back for LaSalle. Just under 3 minutes remaining, and that one goes off a stool. I know that one hurt. Here we go. Opportunity for the Prep. Oh, the pass was tipped to Frat Mantolino, making plays. LaSalle going to try and do the same. Hirschka clears. That was the best opportunity for the Hawks today, but he's not able to take advantage.
Mantolino with a great job of playing the in-between. You can't commit too hard to the man, but you got to watch the pass. He sits, and he's got the stick in the right position. That was a fantastic play.
That one touched by no one from the Prep, but it goes to the goal, so no icing going to be called there. Vinny Burnett trying to pressure behind the net. Frankie Ely now the closest one for the Hawks. And here's Sharafi dancing between defenders. Just can't get it to the middle of the ice. Has to swing back around. Doesn't have anyone in the middle. Has Cole Sullivan with him, but he passes it around to Frankie Ely. Ely back to Sharafi, who takes a shot, and it goes behind the net. It was tipped before it got there. That one down the ice. Talk tips it. That one is going to be called icing as it was last touched by LaSalle. Just over 2 minutes remaining, and now exactly 2 minutes remaining. The Hawks with a 9-point lead over Archbishop Carroll.
So mention that, Ryan.
Yeah, so the Hawks are now actually an 11-point lead, so it's getting close there at the Kelly Fieldhouse. The Hawks might be able to walk away with a win.
That would be great.
Indeed, and now face-off coming. Frankie Ely to face off with Lunsford. Face-off won by the Prep as it goes back out to Ben Curson. Curson takes the shot, and it goes off of Podolka. And once again, he is in a bit of pain there. Vinny Burnett gets checked there on the side. Lunsford has it ricocheted around to Burnett. He's in a fight with Karangi there on the boards, but Karangi's the one to come away with it, who takes a hit. That one over to Podolka, 2-on-2. LaSalle with an opportunity. Karangi's come flying in. That one saved and knocked away by Geary. Here's Vinny Burnett. Only has one man in front of him, that being Martin, but LaSalle are able to get back. Burnett takes a hit on the side. Clean though from LaSalle. Frankie Ely knocks it around, and that could have been tripping called on the Prep, but Curson comes away with it. Gets to the Cole Sullivan. Shot saved. Now just over a minute remaining. Jake Ely back in for his brother Frankie. Gargon trying to get around defenders, couldn't do so. The Hawks have to get on a bit of a back skate here. Sharafi off his skate over to Curson. The Hawks in their own neutral zone. Curson gets around Lunsford. Doesn't have anybody to center it to, though. Fisher comes in. Pass out to Jake Ely. Oh, and he loses it again. The Hawks just not able to get the possession down. Ballman gets it to center ice, but Hirschka couldn't get it off. There's a shot, and it hits off of the post. Ballman just ricochets it out to Curson down the ice. Last tip, though, by Jake Ely, 30 seconds. Maybe the last chance for the Prep as LaSalle will just back it up with just 25 seconds remaining. Here's Adam Sharafi. That one tipped by Hirschka. Fisher with Gargon behind him. Now he gets it to Gargon. Fisher in the middle of the ice. Gargon has a shot here. He can take it. He shoots. Saved by Colep. No one there for the rebound for the Prep. 10 seconds, but coming in, it was, I believe it was Jake Ely, and he slips. 2 seconds. The Hawks not going to be able to get anything off there, and that will do it for the first period. We are tied 0-0 as we go into the second period. Both teams with opportunities, not able to take advantage. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by AJ Farrington. We will see you in just a few moments. Back at it here on WSJP. Second period action between St. Joe's Prep and LaSalle College High School. 0-0 as we go into the second period. AJ, I mean, a lot of opportunities for both teams, just not able to take advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight our man between the pipes. Declan Geary, I think, has played a phenomenal game so far up until this point. A lot of breakaways from both sides, but Geary's kept it very clean so far, as he, has the history to do. I mean, I'm going to call him the best goalie in the APAC. Yeah. If you have a problem with that, you can come to St. Joe's Prep and talk to me about it.
Whoa. What room will we be in? Let's go to, like, J5 or something.
Yeah, we're actually going to go to J5 all the way up at the top.
All the way at the top. Here we go. Starting off, the Hawks win the face-off. And St. Joe's Prep basketball about to get a win over Archbishop Carroll, 65-54. The Hawks back in the win column, and you love to see it.
It's going to shake up our PCL Sports Network rankings, isn't it?
That is true.
Is it 8 beats 4 or something like that?
I think so. You might be right, actually.
Look at me.
Yeah, good job, AJ. But nonetheless, the Hawks get it back here. Here's Noah Stool. On the board pass to Ben Curson. Opportunity for the Hawks. Sharafi. Shot saved by Kolep. That one was close.
Yeah, those are getting close there, Ryan. Those shots from the defenseman. That'll be something to look out for the rest of this game.
Cross-ice pass. Sharafi's there to meet Tok, who tries to get it back. Nice little stick check there from Adam Sharafi. Stick poke, whatever you will. Yeah. Castelli is
all
there
the
to fight for. Yeah, all the above. I like that. Cleared down the ice by LaSalle. Geary just has to flip it over to Sharafi, but he doesn't get it. And once again, just the possession from both teams not really on full display. Frat, yeah, there you go once again. Stool to Castelli. Gets it around defenders. Castelli doesn't have a shot. He tries to do a slap shot, but he didn't do it. Couldn't get it off, I apologize.
Yeah, Castelli just trying to work the backhand at the last second. Puck slides away from him. Good opportunity, though, splitting the defenders.
Podolka just tries to leave it for somebody, and he does leave it for Lunsford. Back to Podolka once again. And now they're just playing catch. Lunsford, Podolka doesn't have a shot, and he just shoots it. It goes wide right. Reinhardt and Burnett fighting for it. It gets behind the net to Karangi, back to Podolka. Hayden Quinn is there. Karangi tried to go behind the back, but it goes into possession of Cole Sullivan. Around the boards to Vinny Burnett, who resecures. Frankie Ely back in for James Fratt. As LaSalle also gets their own line change in. Ely just has to go back around against Ballman, and he does. Beautiful job from him. He slips, gets the puck back into his possession. Sullivan just kind of leaves himself there for a pick. As it's down there. Oh, Ely, what a hit as the goal goes flying.
Yeah, that's
I believe it was legal by Frankie, but
yeah, I'm not positive. Yeah, Ryan, this is completely random. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but one of those refs looks exactly like Arbor Jack guy.
I don't know who you're talking
about. He's defenseman for the Canadians. I don't know if anyone at home is listening, but there's a ref out here who looks like a 1-to-1 copy of him, and it's really been throwing me off for the last couple. He's always here. I don't know. I figured I'd mention that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar, but nonetheless. All right, fair enough. I mean, maybe if you show me a picture, I would know.
I am. His name is spelled really weird.
And you also have to point out which referee. It's kind of hard to tell. Because there are multiple. The one doing the face-off. Let's see. Let's get his face. I can kind of see it, I guess.
Yep. I remember at the game the other day. I was looking. I was like, oh man.
Fair enough. Vinny Burnett clears it down the ice as he still pursues it. Greenwald, he loses it. Burnett didn't realize though. Frankie Ely back in the pursuit. Cole Sullivan was there, and it's just left there for Bolin 2-on-1 as Hirschka gets with them. And a catch there by Declan Geary. And a bit of trash talking between both teams. It's getting a bit chippy early in the second period.
Yeah, Frank Ely getting up close and personal. We remember he got really dirty hit against him last time. These two teams, I mean, probably one of the dirtiest hits I've seen watching hockey, honestly, ever. His legs were taken out completely under him. So he's had every right to be upset. Ryan, I think this is the point where if you're the Prep, you might want to try and play a little bit more of a physical brand of hockey here. Maybe try and shake some things up. You have more size. You have more strength. I think you have the potential to really open this game up with a couple big hits, swing the momentum.
Let's see. You got to make sure that it's all legal. Gargon down the ice. Gets by everyone. Takes a shot. Couldn't get the shot off.
Oh, Cole Gargon going forehand, backhand there, and just gets away from him at the last second.
Wagner keeps it away from Leonards as Gargon gets it back. Unfortunate there for him as he almost had a shot. Tommy Ely takes one. That one goes wide left. But Jake Ely, his brother, tried to center it. No one was there for St. Joe's Prep. France almost had it taken away by Fisher as Gargon's the one to come away with it. Front hand, backhand, as you mentioned there, AJ Gargon displays that once again. Fisher and Reinhardt fighting for it. Lots of guys fighting for it on the boards for both teams. Pretty much everyone backs off. Jones and Jake Ely. Fisher comes away with it, gets it out to John Wagner. Gargon calls for it. Jake Ely gets it back. That one off the boards to Fisher, who boxes out. I think he realizes he has Gargon. Very slow is Fisher, but a pass is taken away by the Explorers. 2-on-2. As this LaSalle, they didn't really even try to stay on sides there as they just get a line change in. Good defensive stand for the Explorers. Here's Tommy Ely. Gets around pretty much everyone. He gets it to Gargon, who clears. Kolep leaves it for Jones. Will Prep get a line change in? LaSalle will try to take advantage by getting down the ice, and they do. Poldoka and Tommy Ely, the closest ones there for both teams. Karangi back in as it's now to Ben Kursa on that. Beautiful pass. I'm sorry, that's Sharafi. Beautiful pass off the boards. That one once again around as it goes to Noah Stool. On the board pass to Castelli, over to James Fratt. Here he comes down the ice. And he just gets it between the legs of Mantolino. Stool takes a hit, but he delivers one right back in the process. Lunsford on the boards to Karangi. LaSalle once again try to take advantage on the break. That one around the boards once again as they will get another line change in. Geary leaves it for Adam Sharafi. Fratt has his pass tipped. Stool tried to put a little stick poke in there. Hirschka couldn't get there before Ben Kurson for the Hawks. As he goes backhand around the boards over to Reinhardt. He clears. Just a bit of cat and mouse, if you will, between both teams. Sharafi has his pass tipped once again. Fratt is there to fight for it. He is able to get it to Ben Kurson, though. The Hawks being pressured here in their own zone.
Yeah, LaSalle very, very aggressive on the forecheck here, just trying to force mistakes in the prep zone, turn into easy opportunities. We'll see if they can break this press here.
Sharafi almost lost it. Kurson gets it back for the prep as they just can't seem to get it out of their own zone. LaSalle trying to get some substitutions in. Fratt not able to hold on to it as he just swings it back around over to Kurson. Once again, swung around the Sharafi. The prep not really able to even get a line change in as they have it in their own zone. They got to find a way to get it back down. Opportunity for LaSalle. There's a shot saved by Geary. They was able to knock it away. LaSalle once again recovered. Here's Reinhardt. Shot saved by Geary. Martin gets it out. Reinhardt, LaSalle gets it back, and a beautiful job to save it if you are St. Joe's Prep. Castelli. That was Noah Stool who saved it, but the prep just gets some substitutions in, desperately needed. Frankie Ely and Vinny Burnett the ones. And that one, I don't think it was tipped. Yeah, it was tipped, actually, by Jones. So no icing going to be called as the Hawks getting much-needed line change.
Yeah, really. Hopefully they can just get the puck out of there right now. Maybe play a little bit of more neutral and offensive zone hockey.
The Hawks able to stay on sides. Cole Sullivan trying to take a shot. It was tipped. Ely leaves it for Sullivan. Gets it out to Aiden Quinn. He's going to rip one, but it's tipped. Burnett gets it over to Sullivan. Try to get it inside the Burnett, but he couldn't do so. Nice check from Burnett. Karangi was there, and now fight forward on the boards. Lunsford and Jones. Frankie Ely try to get his 2 cents in there. Just over 10 minutes remaining left in the second period. Mantolino as well for LaSalle was there. Sullivan delivers a hit to Karangi. Centering it was Will Sav, but it could not get to the net. Lunsford gets it out. Ely tried to get around a defender, but couldn't. Karangi and Cole Sullivan. And it goes to center ice to Aiden Quinn. Will Sav clears as the Hawks will get a full line change. Well, not a full line change, but they will get Jake Ely, Braden Fisher, and Cole Gargon back in. Cross ice pass. Jake Ely 2-on-2 with Fisher. Gets it, leaves it from Fisher, who tries to take a shot. Saved! The goal is out of place, and we will get a stoppage of play.
Yeah, I think that was the best opportunity so far here, Ryan. The goal getting knocked out of place by a body, I want to say.
I couldn't necessarily see who it was. I'm trying to focus on the puck.
Yeah, same. Jake Ely was a fantastic pass in that of Braden Fisher. A great opportunity.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate he had a man on his back.
Yeah. Almost still got in, though, regardless.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Here we go. Fisher to face off. It'll be
these goals here at a Class of 1923 arena.
Yeah, they just move around.
Move a lot, you know.
Bolin and Fisher to face off. Jake Ely leaves it for France, middle of the ice. Tommy Ely clears it around the boards. Jake Ely pursuing Greenwald. Hirschko leaves it to the middle of the ice, but it's taken away from the Hawks. Great job from Tommy Ely to clear it down or at least try to clear it down the ice. Greenwald, Jake Ely to save it away. Fisher gets it back for the Prep. No one's there in the center. Jake Ely takes a shot, saved. Goal once again comes out of place.
Yeah, Colehep getting into his butterfly there. It looks kicked the post. I mean, like we mentioned, I was watching Ryan. In warm-ups, a couple guys, were hitting the net. The goal's moving.
Not secure today. I don't know. Maybe the goals were put up just a few minutes before the guys got on the ice, so maybe that's a problem. I'm not saying that they didn't prepare enough.
Maybe it's a conspiracy.
You know what, AJ? I don't know if you're one of those type of guys. I don't look too much into it, but
neither do I. But
okay, well I don't know. Nonetheless, we'll
keep it light here on WSJP.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's we don't have a conspiracy theory club at the Prep, but we'll keep that for later.
Yeah.
We do.
No, I was saying
I'm saying, okay.
Yeah, we come in.
Oh, and now, opportunity here for LaSalle. Wagner was there. The shot was saved. Geary thought he had something on the other shot. He tried to save it once again. The Hawks able to come away with it. Gargon tries to make some moves around Martin.
Stick handling in his own zone. A little risky there.
Ely passes it out. Jones takes a shot, and it goes in! LaSalle College High School get the first goal of the game.
Yeah, bodies in front of the net. Puck hits away with sick and knocks right in. I mean, nothing you can do about it. If you're Declan Geary, you're tracking the puck and you don't anticipate the tap there. And that's just about keeping it out in the front. And unfortunate for the Hawks, but plenty of hockey still to play with about 8.5 minutes left in this second period.
Yeah, no doubt about it, AJ. 1-0 LaSalle leads over the Prep, and Prep did not score a goal in the game against Malvern Prep.
I mean,
and they did get the shootout win against the Friars, though. Braden Fisher scoring that goal, and now they're going to have to see what they can do as the game that has been plagued by control amongst a few other things. Obviously, as you mentioned, just a few bodies in front of the goal led to that one.
Yeah.
As the Hawks try to make this a 0-0 game once again. And they'll try to do that quickly as they do have it on the south side of the ice. Castelli loses it. James Fratt is there. He gets tripped, and that could have been a tripping call. I'm not sure if it is called. Icing called there. Yeah, nothing there. Icing was called, though. We'll get a face-off down the other end.
Yeah, Ryan, like you said, literally it could have possibly been a trip. James Fratt might have gotten away with something there. Looks like he tripped on his own net, and as the stick came out, could have grabbed someone, but no call, as you mentioned.
Yeah, last go around, LaSalle, they were the ones fighting down throughout the entire game against the Prep, and now the Hawks are going to be the ones fighting down this go around. Shot there, saved by Colep. Lunsford just knocks it away into the neutral zone of LaSalle.
One of the main characters for the Prep in their last meeting with LaSalle, Michael Washlick, not present today.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Michael Washlick not in the game. I did fail to mention that.
So I got you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Here's Kerson. As he tries to get around defenders, and he does. Has to beat a few others, though, as he clears it. Stool is there, along with Michael Castelli. And Stool goes down, hard hit. Reinhardt keeping Castelli away from the puck. Good job from him, as penalty's going to be called on the
hand
Prep.
Up, yeah. That's a killer.
Yeah, that is a killer. 2 minutes in the box for St. Joe's Prep.
Yeah. And a little bit of silly activity extra. I think if you're the Prep now, Ron, I mentioned this earlier, but now you're down 1-0. Now you're on the penalty. I think you got to take it to them now physically. I said it earlier, you got the stronger guys, but you're playing the bad guys from Winmore. I think you got to I think you got to turn it up a little bit. Yeah. I'm always saying that, though. If any multi-time listeners of us, I'm always a big fan of the physical hockey, but
and Michael Castelli there called on the penalty, so he'll have 2 minutes in the box. First time either team have been in the box today.
Yeah.
So it'll be on St. Joe's Prep. Not what you wanted to see if you are the Hawks, but we have seen the Hawks on the penalty kill earlier in the season.
We're pretty good at it, so
we'll see if
not
that.
To skip the curse, of course.
Let's see if that continues. Here is Greenwald. Tries to take a shot. Saved by Geary. Kirsten gets it back as he tries to clear down the ice. Greenwald gets it back to center ice. AJ, I thought the curse was not broken there. I thought that one was close.
Yeah, that was very close. I was almost about to apologize to
everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Leonards keeps it away from the prep. Sharafi sticks checks as the referee has to jump out of the way. No one there to center for LaSalle College High School. Tipped off of a skate. Shot here saved, and now the prep. Here we go down the other end. Greenwald is there with Sharafi. He takes a shot saved there by Colep. That one's close. It's a goal! It's a goal! Adam Sharafi!
On the shorty nonetheless. Just sneaks it in. Taking himself a good initial rip and just following up.
Adam Sharafi adds a goal for the prep. It is 1-1, and that is what you needed for St. Joe's Prep. Adam Sharafi, 6th goal of the season.
Very high-scoring defenseman here for the prep. Adam Sharafi, it's one of your leaders right there. Obviously wearing the A. That's a great individual play there from him to really change the complexion of this game here.
And that is something that the Hawks needed. Obviously, the power play still remains as the Hawks were the ones to score. It was not their power play. And then they win the face-off and clear it down the ice. Everything going right for the prep. Well, you know what, AJ? I think we can successfully say that, at least for that moment, unless LaSalle scores, we kind of broke the curse there.
Let's hope so.
Let's just hope. You know what? I think people are going to hate me for saying that. And
they might.
Yeah, and that one goes into the stands. I think someone almost got a souvenir there.
Yeah.
And
that'll be one for the fans. Sorry, just gotta hit that line occasionally. We do jokes here on the air.
We do. We sometimes do.
We take it easy.
Depends on who's on the air.
That's definitely true. Now I have my second semester senior license. I feel.
There's a license for it. Do you print out that? Or something?
Yeah, I had to apply. It was kind of annoying.
Yeah,
it was a long line.
At the DMV, right?
Always in there for 4 hours.
That makes sense. Karangi shot that one off the chest of Declan Geary. Under a minute remaining left in the power play. Fight for on the boards. The Hawks just trying to stall. And that one goes behind the intended man of LaSalle College High School, that being Jones. So the Explorers had to back up. Tommy Ely has a chance to clear. He gets it off the boards, just the center ice. But Cole Gargon is there for the prep. And now another opportunity for the prep. Gargon tries to get it to the middle of the ice, but he couldn't do so. The Hawks going to back up as LaSalle try to take advantage. Gargon once again takes it away. The Hawks obviously do not have the advantage here in numbers on this side of the ice. Smart, though, from the prep to keep it back, as now they will be able to maybe try and score here again. Try to get it to Fisher as Tommy Ely. Taken away, though, by Jones. The prep got to be careful here. They're keeping everybody on the one side of the ice. Poldolka just gets knocked down in the corner by Cole Sullivan. That will end the power play.
Ryan, I tell you, that might have been one of the best penalty kills I've seen.
Geary knocks it away. Goal Gargon cannot secure. And now LaSalle trying to give the prep a bit of taste of their own medicine. Knocked away. Sullivan. Here's a shot. And secured by Geary. Much needed for the prep. And now, once again, some more pushing and shoving going on behind the net. Obviously, AJ, LaSalle, the prep, two big rivals. Obviously, this is going to happen. The referee's got to know that.
Yeah, Ryan, I'll tell you, I've played against the fellas from Winmore. Let's do a little head count here on the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I played against them 8 times.
Yeah.
In terms of soccer and rugby, and can't say I liked them too much any of those times.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big rivalry.
It got heated. Sometimes soccer games turn into rugby games. Sometimes rugby games turn into, rugby games. But, I don't know if it gets much more physical, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, I mean, it's just like you as an athlete, you go out there, and, I see the blue and gold, and it bothers me, you know?
It's just a big rivalry.
They take the jerseys off. I don't got a problem with any of the kids, but, looking at it from that competitor's standpoint, it's just you don't like the colors,
Yeah, it's just a big rivalry, and we know that in every sport as Aiden Quinn gets himself in there, recovers, as the Hawks will resecure behind the net. Ballman delivers a big hit. I think the prep, I don't know if they wanted a penalty there. I couldn't see if LaSalle was trying to throw his hand up, but Michael Castelli gets it back for the prep. He gets it off the boards, pass to himself. LaSalle still pursuing him. Aiden Quinn, quick pass over to Will Sav. James Fratt tried to tip it as it goes into the possession of Mantolino. On the boards again, Leonards clears it around. Just 4 minutes remaining now in the second period. Third period action will be here on the legs of James Fratt as Aiden Quinn gets it back for the Hawks. Castelli, nice moves. Looks like he passed it to himself there. And he leaves it for James Fratt, but he wasn't there. Back on the boards as it goes over to Noah Stuhl.
And Michael Castelli so strong through the neutral zone, pushing the tempo for the prep.
Stuhl tried to leave it for Fratt. There were the Explorers there, though. Castelli gets it back. The Hawks trying to set themselves up. No one is there at the neutral zone. Curson is as the Hawks have to back up to make sure they stay on sides. Yeah. Unfortunate there for Ben Curson and company, but now he can keep it moving. Here he comes. Just takes a shot. Saved by Kolek. Tried to get his own rebound. Couldn't do so. Jones able to get it away. And a
goal moves again.
Yeah, goal movement again. And
say, Ryan, we might need to come down there and sit on the goals ourselves.
I think so, AJ. You know what? I think Thomas Coelho on the camera here today might want to get down there. Thomas, you want to go sit on the goals for them? You want to go sit on the goals for them, Thomas? Keep them in place?
I heard they're paying you.
He can't hear.
I heard they're paying you 3 paper clips an hour.
Oh, my goodness. That's.
I guess we're just getting left unheard. It's all right.
You know, no, it's loud. It's loud.
Oh, yeah.
Music and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say I don't think Thomas wants to go do that.
I mean, I would do that for 3 paper clips an hour.
You know what, AJ? I think that's where we differ.
Adds up. I'm there for like 2 hours. It's like 6 paper clips.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Cole Sullivan tries to get around
this broadcast has been sponsored by the math department.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? I think a lot of the math department. You know, Mr. Cam, a big fan of WSJP.
Oh, yeah.
Sharafi has 3 LaSalle defenders in front of him. Hasn't knocked away. Sullivan was there. Burnett comes in to clean up. Stick is down. Francis' stick is down, and I don't think Frankie Ely realizes it now. He sure does. Sharafi tries to center. No one's there. Lunsford gets it back for the Explorers. Sharafi tries to get it to Frankie Ely, and he does. Ely can't get a shot off. Now he does, and it just goes left.
Frankie Ely taking advantage of the stickless defender there almost. It's with a great play.
That was a beautiful move from Frankie, but the shot could just not hit the back of the net. Curson spins around. As now more Explorers have come in to try and take it away from him, but they are unsuccessful in doing so as Curson tries to get it down the ice. It's now resecured by Adam Sharafi. Here comes Frankie Ely. Quick down, Mantolino with him. Spins around, Sharafi, hard shot to take, but he takes it anyway, misses. Here's Fisher, tries to get it between the legs. He goes down. Jones gets it back for LaSalle. Sharafi tries to get around Ballman. Jake Ely back in. He's centered, but Gargon shot for Sharafi. Shot from Gargon. Now another shot from Gargon. The goal is out of place.
Again. I mean, how many times before this, you know? But great signs here for the prep, really putting the pressure on in this period. I think it all really stems from that shorty goal there from Adam Sharafi, really changing the tide, so to speak.
He does look a bit frustrated as he goes back to the bench, and I think he will just go into the locker room as the game.
Got about a minute and a half left, so.
Yeah, actually, he won't go back in the locker room. He'll just put the little, I don't know, what is that, a belt? I don't really know what that is.
What?
He's wearing like a little belt around. Look at on like.
You mean the back plate?
Oh, that's his back plate. I thought it was like a little belt he put on. I just saw that. You know what?
Oh, you mean the ones that all the guys got on?
Sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't.
No, you're good. Well, because some people tuck it in under the jerseys.
Okay, see, I'm not.
No, you're all good.
That's not my. I just broadcast. I can't get down there.
There's no shame, man.
I can't even skate. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, I think we have talked about this. Maybe on the air as well. I mean, skating's it's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
I've been able to maybe jam my feet into the ice a little bit, but I can't actually go as fast as somebody like Cole Gargon or something.
Yeah.
He'll run laps around me. But anyway, as he tries to clear it down the ice, but it goes into possession of Jones as he clears. John Wagner is there for the prep, but so is Leonards for LaSalle. This one behind the net. No one knows where it is, but finally John Wagner finds it for the Hawks. Just under a minute remaining. Martin came flying in and tried to take it away, and he is going down as Jake Ely gets it back. Here come the Hawks. He is going to try and get something done as LaSalle's on a bit of a back skate. Beautiful stick poke there from Jones. Jake Ely just had to get it away as Tommy Ely gets the Gargon, who leaves it for Braden Fisher. A bit too far out in front of him, though, as Greenwald's able to knock it away from him. Cross-ice pass over to Podolka. Here he comes, never mind. Well, now he gets it back, actually. It was off the stick of Tommy Ely. He realizes there's 3 defenders, so he just gets it to Greenwald instead. It was off his stick, and LaSalle have to get back here so they stay on sides. Reinhardt clears. 10 seconds remaining. It's going to be tough for LaSalle to get a shot off now. Lunsford can't possess for the Explorers. 3 seconds, 2. Shot there at the end. Nothing there, though, for the Explorers, and that will end the second period. St. Joe's Prep have the lead. It is 1-1 going into the third period. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by AJ Farrington. We will be back in about 15 minutes on WSJP for the final period of action. Back at it here on WSJP, third period action. St. Joe's Prep versus LaSalle College High School. The sticks are banging. Here we go. Face-off won by the Hawks of St. Joe's Prep. That one off the boards. Cole Gargon able to secure. Jones hits it off the boards over to John Wagner. Gargon gets it back as he's going to try and take it down the ice. Has Braden Fisher with him. Gets it around the fenders. Cole Gargon trying to do it himself. Can't do it. Jake Ely gets it back off of Gargon's skate. Cleared out. That's going to be icing. I apologize, not icing. I thought LaSalle touched it. That is on me right there, ladies and gentlemen.
So did I, actually. So.
Geary, he tried to leave it for Tommy Ely, but Wagner gets it back over to Jake Ely. The Hawks will try again. Ely tries to pass it to himself off the boards, but Jones was there to meet it. Wagner cross-ice pass over to Tommy Ely. Another one to Wagner once again. Another cross-ice pass, this one to Braden Fisher. Tries to backhand it as he goes down the ice. Greenwald is there. Fisher doesn't have a shot off. He tries to center it to Gargon, but it's knocked away.
Good look there from Fisher, creating on his own. Good drop pass. It's unfortunate there with the touch off the stick.
Greenwald tries to center to Karangi. Sharafi was there to make a play. Curson fighting on the boards with Karangi. No one's touched the puck. Karangi tries to kick it away, and he does. That one passed out to France, who takes a shot. That one off of Gargon. Beautiful play from him as he's able to re-secure for St. Joe's Prep. Cross-ice pass over to Curson. Here he goes. Noah Stool back in the game. Tough pass there from Curson as it goes back into the possession of Noah Stool. The Hawks will have to get back on sides. Gargon try to do himself once again. He has a shot. He'll take one. Re-secure on the rebound from Stool. Can't get the shot off. No one there on that rebound. That one could have been disastrous for LaSalle, but the Prep get it back. Here's Adam Sharafi as the Hawks will reset. Another line change in also for LaSalle. Sharafi trying to dance around the ice. Bolin takes it away. Stool is there as Bolin clears down the ice. Hirksha is there with Curson. No tripping there. I think he might have just tripped on his own.
Yeah.
Ballman fighting with Sharafi. Noah Stool re-secures for the Prep. Tried to find Ben Curson. Didn't do so. Gets it to Michael Castelli instead, who gets it up the ice over to James Fratt. He re-secures. Gets it to Stool. Quick is Noah Stool down the ice. Can't send it to anyone. Fratt just tries to get it away, but it goes into possession of Ballman, who is going to clear off the boards. Here is Hirksha. It just goes past him, and it goes for an icing call. And that was another opportunity there for LaSalle, but the pass was just too far out in front of Hirschko.
Yeah, Prep going to have another ozone draw here. Hopefully they can produce something from one of these. It's like Cole Sullivan on the faceoff. Usually more defensive player here for the Prep, getting some time.
Yeah, Cole Sullivan and Martin the face-off. Face-off won by the Prep. Here's Will Sav. Tries to shoot it, and he does. Saved there by Kolep. Another shot there from Will Sav. That one tipped by Frankie Ely, who gets it back. He's going to get it near the neutral zone. Center ice shot. Saved there by Kolep. Greenwald tries to knock it away from the Prep. Cole Sullivan gets it back. Frankie Ely. Slap shot. No tripping called there from the officials as Ely went down. Tok tries to get it around. Will Sav couldn't do so. Fight for it on the boards. The Prep come away with it. Aiden Quinn being pressured there by Martin. That one over to Frankie Ely. Left for Cole Sullivan. Off the boards. There's Jones.
Fisher was almost through there. If that takes a slightly different bounce off.
That one by everyone. Aiden Quinn down the ice. Vinny Burnett too far out in front of him. Icing called.
Or Burnett, pardon, not Fisher. My bad there.
That's all right.
The 4-4 and the 4-5, you know.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's what I always get tripped up with, especially with like Martin and Jones for LaSalle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the 23 to 24.
That is the luxury of my job. I get to let you say the guys' names, and I can just repeat them.
That's true.
You know.
Well, you know what? We all have hard jobs here on WSJP. Shout out to Thomas Coelho on the camera here today. Really having to step up on the tripod number 2, if you will.
Yeah. I think my main job WSJP is a driver.
You know what, AJ?
I mean, being one of 2 people. I think I'm the only person that clubbed the car.
Drew Rousseau.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I've
Syracuse commit, by the way.
Syracuse commit. I've had the rides with Drew Rousseau before.
Oh, yeah.
First hockey game I actually did.
In the green Subaru Outback, I believe.
And I think you're right about that. I've had some rides on the first hockey game I ever did against Calvert Hall.
Oh.
Centered for Karangi. Couldn't get a shot off. Frankie Ely able to knock it away as he gets it down the ice. Here he goes. 5-on-1. That is going to be almost impossible for the middle Ely child.
He's allowing that line change there, though, Ryan.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here's Dara. Now 4 defenders. Dara gets it around. Has a pass to Gargon. Gets it out. Tommy Ely was a shot. Saved. Nothing there in the rear for the prep. Frankie Ely trying to come running in the last moment. Couldn't get it. Here's Boland, who gets hit by Dara almost into his own bench. And we will get a whistle from the officials. Will be icing.
Yeah, nice aggressive play there from Joe Dara. Love to see that.
Yeah, he almost hit Boland into
almost into the bench. That's awesome. I've only ever really seen that in NHL and
right,
you know, occasionally, you know, highlights. Don't know if I've seen that happen to the Flyers yet this year. But I haven't seen much happen to the Flyers yet this year.
Well, you know what? Watch when we can.
Yeah, that's true. You know, got to use the season tickets.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah,
drop the puck.
I got to drop the puck. Yeah. Down Wagner, not able to get possession of the puck, but Tommy Ely there able to pick up.
Excuse me.
Oh, good. Able to pick up the pieces as now the prep getting aggressive. Ely knocking dudes out of the way as it goes back down the ice over to Gargon. Oh, and he almost got tripped there. No call from the officials once again.
It's like he did get tripped eventually.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the predicament was, but LaSalle, all I know is that they get it back in their possession, but it's taken away from St. Joseph's prep. 2 defenders from LaSalle. Able to knock away. Wagner doesn't know where the puck is as Boland gets it back. Good defense there from John Wagner as Gargon takes it away. Puts a stop on it, and he gets it back. Has to swing around. Cross ice pass Tommy Ely. The prep trying to get it back down the ice. Here we go. Dara's behind him, and he gets it back to him, but Dara can't secure it. Hawks get a bit of a line change, and you'll see that was Stuhl and Ben Kerson in a moment. Stuhl just kind of leaving the puck on the side there. Tommy Ely around the boards. At least he tried to do so as LaSalle takes it away. Here's Greenwald. As the prep once again take it away, they get pretty much a full line change in. James Fratt, Adam Sharafi, Ben Kerson back in. That one down the ice, and that is going to be icing called.
Solid pressure applied here for the prep. Now, if we're looking at the shot difference, we got 25-15. I'm going to keep it a mental track. I feel like it might be even a little higher there for the prep, honestly, but definitely taking it to LaSalle a little bit more, not to give them the curse in this third period so far. I'd love to see that. About 12 minutes left. As I say so often, Ryan, we'll see what can happen here after this ozone draw.
Anything can happen. Face-off won by LaSalle, but James Fratt has something to say about it as he delivers a big hit to France. Stick is down. That's actually Kolip's stick, who is the goalie, so there's a big chance for the prep as Kolip almost gets his stick back. The prep got to be able to get a shot off here as Kolip doesn't even have his stick, and now he's able to grab it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate there for St. Joe's prep, but that one cleared down the ice. And icing called.
Yep.
James Fratt there. Just trying to get it around. He did a nice job. It's just unfortunate for him, and he seemed a bit frustrated going back to the bench.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know.
Yeah.
What about the flying stick there?
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah,
Could have been a great opportunity.
And that was face-off here from Fisher and Lunsford. Face-off won by St. Joe's prep. Adam Sharafi trying to get it around the boards of somebody. Slowly gets it over to Jake Ely, who puts it on a stop. Backhanded pass. This one is close in the net, but it gets knocked back out. Over to Jones. Tip before it can get to the net. Lunsford gets it back for the Explorers on the rebound. Podolka has it taken away. The prep trying to get something done on a fast break. Here comes Adam Sharafi. It's 3-on-2. Cole Gargon centers it. Sharafi tried to pass it to Jake Ely, but it was too far behind him.
The right idea there, though, from Sharafi, trying to get it all the way, working to the back.
Indeed. Gargon doesn't have anybody to center it to. Going to try and take it himself.
Looks like he tried to Michigan it there, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like Cole Gargon tried to pick the puck up on his stick. I could be wrong, but he did have to. I thought about it when he went behind the net, but it would have been very flashy.
Shot from Kerson, saved. Fisher goes down. The stick is under him. I mean, that is a interesting position.
Yeah.
Karangi just clears over to Kerson. As LaSalle going to try and get some substitutions in here quickly. That one off of Ely's stick. Fast break opportunity not there for the prep. Taken away. Here's Gargon. Tries to center it to Fisher, but it was tipped. Sharafi puts it on a stop. Has to get it away. He does. Taken away by Jones. Cleared down the ice and right to Geary, and he has to touch it, so no icing going to be called. Now we're officially under 10 minutes remaining. Geary just gets it far down the ice over to Gargon. No. All sides call. Fisher with a shot. Saved. Boland tries to get it over to Ballman. It goes in between the legs of Gargon. Here's Greenwald. 2-on-1. And I don't think he was really on the same page as his teammates. Boland has it knocked away. Stick poke there from the prep. Will Sav in there to try and knock it away. Boland, Will Sav, Wade and Quinn, who is going to come away with it. Here comes the prep. Jake Ely with Fisher. Another fast break opportunity. And it's taken away again down the ice. That is going to be icing.
Yep.
once again, just another chance for the prep. And LaSalle's defense, I mean, they have played good today.
They have. They've been very strong. You know, they've been a little bit on their heels as of very recently, but the defense has been very solid, not allowing too much. Yeah, that was a great play there on the 3-on-2. It turned really almost into a 4-on-2 at one point, but a fantastic break up there with the stick in the middle.
Face-off coming between Martin and it was Frankie Ely. I apologize there. Alden Quinn tried to shoot it. Looked like he tried to center it. Sullivan just tries to center it to someone, but no one was there. Quinn just has to clear. Good job from him as the Hawks reset. Physicality with Cole Sullivan and Leonard's there. That one down the ice. Icing going to be called once again.
Again, yeah. I mean, you know, as fans have mentioned to my right, does that look like they're really feeling the pressure all of a sudden? You know, just clearing it, sending it down every time they get the chance.
I feel the cold. That's what I feel.
Yeah, my hands are freezing.
My feet are freezing.
Yeah,
but you know what? We do this for a reason.
Love of the game.
Love of the game, indeed.
Love of the game.
Under 9 minutes remaining. That one off the boards. Leonard touches it. I don't know if John Wagner touched it, so yeah, he did not. It will be icing called.
Yep. Another icing. That's about our 5th in a row, or like 6th or 7th in a row.
Back down the ice. We'll get a face-off. 8:53 remaining in this game.
My play-by-play guy, Ryan Sullivan, biting his lip there after my joke of sorts.
Of sorts, indeed.
Of sorts,
of
yeah.
sorts. Face-off won by the Explorers. Here's France. Around the boards, Leonard's is there as he backhands it over to the prep. Wagner cross-ice pass as Vinny Burnett is there for the prep. France hits it over to Frankie Ely, who can't secure it. He tries to make up for it, and he just knocks it back to John Wagner. The prep on a bit of a back skate. On the board pass to Tommy Ely. Ely just has to clear, and he does a good job of doing so. Kola tried to leave it for Mantolino, but he gets it anyway. Ely, being Frankie, gets to his brother Tommy, who takes a shot, saved. Vinny Burnett was not there for the rebound. He goes down twice.
Yeah.
And Tommy Ely hits it off of, I think it was his thigh. And now here is Cole Sullivan. Takes another shot, save. No one there for the rebound for the prep. Tommy Ely tried to come flying in at the last moment. Didn't get a shot off, though. Leonard's just clears, and the Hawks once again at the middle of the ice keep it on the side of the Explorers as LaSalle tries to get some substitutions, and Sharafi tries to just take a shot, and that was a close one. Kolep, though, nice save. Podolka gets it down the ice, and it was not touched by St. Joe's prep, specifically by Curson. We'll get another face-off. It was icing.
Yeah, they say we're going to get another icing. Just a lot of pressure coming from the Hawks. Also, what about the sound of that slap shot from Tommy Ely?
That was something.
That was great. It's a
you
great
can
sound.
Hear that from the outside of the arena.
Yeah.
Obviously, another great game at the class of 1923 arena. We only have one more game here, AJ, before the end of the season. That will be against Father Judge on February 6th, if I do have my dates right.
It's senior night, correct?
Yeah, it is. Shot here. No one's there on the rebound. And it goes in. It goes in. Goal. St. Joe's prep take the lead. James Fratt.
Fratt told me he was going to score. Not today, but he's told me multiple times, and he gets it here.
James Fratt, his first goal of the year, and St. Joe's prep have taken a 2-1 lead over LaSalle.
Yeah, the pressure was mounting on them over and over again. Eventually, something was going to slip, and right there.
And I think they're debating on if the goal came out of place before the play started to ensue. I think this will remain. I don't know, AJ. I mean, we've seen them call a lot of plays dead, but we've also seen a couple occasions where they've kept the play going and they've tried to fix the goal.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I guess it all depends on if Kolep moved the goal himself. Yeah. They're trying to say. I don't know.
I think they should get I think they got to get pegs for the goal. Like, it's just moving all over the place.
Well, I mean, this is a long debate, so we'll see if they stay with it. Not the sign you would want, I would think, if you are the prep.
I mean, I would give them a $5 bill if they.
Well, obviously.
Let that in. I'm joking.
Yes. All jokes here on WSJP. Let's see what they say.
Yeah.
So they are going to remain. If that remains, it'll be James Fratt's first goal of the season.
Let's see it. Very important one as well.
Yeah, very important, as this one could be the deciding factor on whether the prep possibly get a win over LaSalle.
Yeah.
And it is a
for a long time.
continuous debate.
Yeah, Ryan,
here.
you think to yourself, what could they even be talking about? The puck went in, the goal moved at some point.
I guess it seems as simple as that, but they were down on the ice, so
That's true.
it's kind of hard to think about it or look at it from our perspective. There's 4 perspectives down there, so it's just so hard if you're an official. Obviously, in a big game deciding on seeding. Obviously, there's only one APAC game remaining on the schedule.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Prep's last APAC game will be against Holy Ghost Prep.
The fans saying that they got work tomorrow. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I mean, I got some work to do.
And it rains! The goal stays! St. Joe's Prep have a 2-1 lead over LaSalle officially. James Fratt, his first goal of the season. And now the Prep have 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining that they have to hold for. So, AJ, let's talk about it here. The Prep have a win, 2 goals here today. Do you think that Coach Van Kula is going to stay more with his defensive lineup, kind of the one they have out here, or do you think you see that offensive lineup with Fisher, Gargon, Jake Ely, amongst others?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, Ryan, if you take your foot off the gas too much, you could definitely fall back. And this isn't a 4-1 game. We are 2-1, and it's a close 2-1 at that. I think you just got to continue doing what you're doing. They can't score if you're pressing them, and they're icing the puck every time they get it, right?
Right.
So
lots going on there as LaSalle wins the faceoff. AJ, I didn't mean to cut you off. Beautiful baseball catch from Gary. There is a lot of pushing and shoving going on between both teams as the officials will break that up.
Yeah, that was Karangi making contact with Gary. Looks like a giraffe out there, and he just ran into the boards. Because he didn't see him there, but yeah.
Officials will have to break this up.
And he's going to get tossed in the box as he should.
And that is going to be roughing on Karangi, so he will go into the box for 2 minutes. Power play coming for St. Joe's Prep. And now actually a double power play, so Sharafi will also be in the box. So 4-on-4 for both teams.
Sharafi joining him in the box. I mean, that's what you got to do, though, right? Like, if a guy touches your goalie, I mean, I think pushing him a little bit, it should be the least of your concerns. I mean, if this is some level of professional hockey, I think you drop your hands out. But
roughing on both teams. So it'll be Karangi in the box. It'll be Adam Sharafi in the box.
James Fratt is also in the box.
Oh, well. So 3 on. Oh, my goodness.
Nope, and we're going to get one more guy in the box. It looks like it's a party over there.
All right, so it'll be 3-on-3 hockey.
Yeah.
I have never seen this in my time.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. You can't touch the goalie. I mean, he very clearly didn't make any. Crane didn't make any attempt to stop. He didn't make any attempt to pull up. He came through and he hit Geary, and I mean, I think he got lucky. I think,
Oh, I apologize. I added a.
Penalties have been adjusted again. There appears to be.
As I continue to try to add penalties, now that I don't really understand what's going on. I've added 4 penalties to our scoreboard. I would like to make. So now Karangi, they're saying now.
Now they're saying.
So now there's 3 guys in the box for the Prep. I am a little confused with what's going on.
I'm a little confused
There's a talk between the officials and the coaches.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but and LaSalle has 9 guys on the ice. And
so this is interesting. So okay. So a talk between. I mean, this can't be like a 5-on-1 situation. That would be crazy.
Well, yeah. Looks like it's gonna. I'm gonna guess Ryan's gonna be a 5-on-4.
I would
just
guess.
1 out, but I don't really know what Arbor Jack Guy and company are saying down there.
Anyway,
I hope someone at home gets that joke. I don't know if anyone here has
made that joke.
Yeah,
first period.
I don't know if I'm just saying. I don't know if anyone has seen the guy that I'm referring to.
Well, you know what? I think
I don't know if anyone knows.
Somebody probably has.
The player that I'm referring to, but I mean, it's just you see him. It's a 1-to-1. Honestly, I've never seen like a better comparison. I don't think in my time, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Declan Geary going for a skate around.
I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, obviously it was a scuffle at the net
Yeah,
between both teams.
Ryan, I'm not an official, but I feel like if you initiate contact with the goalie, I think you should have what's coming to you. Like, I don't know if you can, not just from like a team standpoint, but I think from a rule standpoint, I don't know if you could really punish a team for defending their guy. Like, I don't know how I feel about that in terms of the grand scheme of things regarding rules, but nonetheless, it's going to be a penalty kill for the Prep, I see.
Yeah, so it will be Yeah, it'll be a penalty kill here, and this is just such an interesting predicament.
Yeah.
There's a shot secured by Geary.
Good job from Declan Gary there, just getting on the.
All right, back at it here on WSJP, and I apologize as I try to get the scoreboard right. As I try to get the scoreboard right here on WSJP. LaSalle obviously with the man up. Here's a pass, and that one was close in the middle of the ice. Jake Ely has a chance to clear, and he will do so. And that gives me the opportunity to fix the scoreboard, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, they're still fixing the scoreboard here in the arena as well, so, Ryan can't give you too much blame for that,
That
of
is
course.
very true.
Multitasking as well, a little late on the crew. We got 3 today. We usually got 3 or 4, though, so.
Yeah, we got Tom Squalo.
Yeah.
Big man on the mic.
Absolutely.
Love to say it. And Jones loses it. He tries to get to Mantolino, who couldn't get it off. And now Gargon and Fisher down the ice. We've seen this before. Gargon, shot, goal! St. Joe's Prep, 3-1.
And another shorty, Ryan. The offense rolling more down one than with the full advantage. It's a great shot from Cole Garden. He's got the 2-on-1. He sits, he waits a little bit, picks a spot. It's a fantastic snipe into the corner of the net.
Cole Gargon extends his goal total to 11 on the year, leads the team in goals, and he has given the Prep a 3-1 lead with 6:16 remaining in this game. LaSalle still on the power play, and AJ, you just mentioned it, and I mentioned it before the goal. The Prep, 2 shorties today, and that's just something that is very rare.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen 2 shorties in a single game. I mean, the memory's not the best. I have watched a lot of hockey, but, I mean, that's just phenomenal. That's shocking, really, from the Prep. And
as Colette puts his hand out to Gargon.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of do that a little bit.
Nonetheless, and that one knocked around. Tock couldn't secure it. Gargon clears again, and that is what you want to see from the Prep. One more push from LaSalle is likely, as the Hawks will get a substitution, and Noah Stool back in for the Hawks.
10 seconds left on the kill for the Hawks.
Gargon again knocking the puck away. Wagner, though, loses it as Tock gets it back. There's a pass inside. Knocked away, though. Wagner gets it into the stands as 1 second will remain on the power play.
Yep. And looks like that, unless something ridiculous happens, looks like that's going to do it for the kill.
Yeah, so there were 5 guys in the box, and the Prep were down by 1 man. Obviously, on the scuffle, they had to send some guys to the box to make sure they couldn't get in the game nonetheless. So James Fratt was the one who was in the penalty box for the Hawks.
Yep.
He was the one who had the man down. And that will end the power play as James Fratt is officially back into this contest. Or actually, no, those guys will stay in the box. I guess it was a 5-minute penalty.
5, yeah.
Yeah, so James Fratt, I apologize there. I should be reading my APAC rules more.
Okay.
Anyway, Castelli, Fratt fighting for it on the boards, and Bolin came flying in at the last moment to try and take it away. Fratt had to hit it off the boards. I think it ricocheted. Stool just trying to fight through defenders as it gets ping-ponged around and knocked away from the Prep. Ballman down the ice off of Hirschka. Good box out there from Aiden Quinn, who's pushing him around. Pass to the outside. And here is Castelli. That one off of James Fratt will go back to Reinhardt. Off the boards again as LaSalle might try to get a line change in here.
Yeah.
Will Sav knocks it off the boards. Reinhardt gets it back. They try to pass it inside. Aiden Quinn tips it. Another shot here. That one inside. Knocked away from the Prep. But Jones tries to take another one off of Will Sav before it could get there. Cleared again by the Hawks, but Reinhardt will get another opportunity to take a shot, and he uses it. Another shot. Goal!
Yeah, no one watching the back post there. And a clear. And then a clear path to the goal there for
Bodolka, who scores, and it's 3-2 now, 4:19 remaining. LaSalle has gotten their way back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, that,
Like you said it, AJ. Can't take your foot off the gas.
yeah, just a little bit late on the rotation there, just leaves them all alone, and then obviously Gary facing a lot of shots. He's got over over a 90 save percent, or 900 rather save percentage here today, as he always, I feel like, or usually most of the time does.
There
so unfortunate rebound, and what you could do.
Hawks trying to answer here quickly. Cole Sullivan with Vinny Burnett. Sullivan has it knocked away. LaSalle trying to tie this game up. Make it a 0-0 game with now under 4 minutes remaining. The Hawks just have to hold for the final 4 minutes.
Ooh.
Ben Curson knocked away. Reinhardt clears. This is how LaSalle scored earlier, just a few moments ago. Sharafi tries to get it to center ice, and he leaves it for Greenwald. And that is going to be offsides on LaSalle. Lucky there if you are the Prep.
Yeah, Reinhardt trying to cross through just the far side, not getting back. You know, just an easy call for the officials to make.
Face-off coming. It'll be Cole Sullivan and Bolin to do the face-off. It is won by the Hawks. Curson a bit late out of his stance, and maybe the fatigue setting in here, as this has been a tough and physical game. Sharafi has his pass knocked away by Ballman. Good job from Curson to make sure the pass didn't get away. Frankie Ely to Sullivan, ricochets off of his stick. Bolin almost got tripped there. Lucky that he didn't fall down for Vinny Burnett. 3:20 now remaining. Sharafi takes a hit from Hirschko on the back. Burnett recovers for him, and he just tries to clear it down the ice. He does. That one was tipped off of Jones. Now here's Mantolino off the boards. Ben Curson back to Mantolino again. He loses it. Curson, opportunity here. Takes a shot. Saved by Kolep. What a catch. That one was a missile right at him.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Ryan, that was a great rip there. Solid save to keep this game, really to keep it in the game. Kolep has faced 34 shots today. I mean, he's been under siege for a lot of this game, and he's played very well so far.
Now he's got to hold up for the last couple of moments here.
Square 3 minutes left.
3 minutes. The Hawks with the face-off. Gargon shot again. That one went off of Kolep as he came out of his stance, and it goes into the netting. Another face-off coming.
Nearly. That looked like it could have gone. Could have almost been some Bar Mexico action there, Ryan. Yeah. Would have loved to give that call, but maybe not yet.
Face-off on by the Explorers. Karangi down the ice. He clears it. Geary tries to leave it for someone as he just knocks it away near the neutral zone. The Prep trying to recover. Here's Braden Fisher. Finds Ely. Shot. Saved.
And Fisher just a hair behind there to get that rebound. Almost, though.
Tommy Ely clears it around. 2:30 remaining. Lots going on here in the last couple of moments. Jake Ely around the boards. Not close enough to it. Greenwald was there. And now he hits it over to Karangi off of his skate. And now Gargon resecures. Doesn't have anybody to center to, so he takes a shot instead. Saved by Kolep. You could hear the knock on his pad. Yeah. That one tipped. As Podolka tries to get it back down the ice. Tommy Ely is there for the Prep. They try to get it around him. They can't do it. Karangi tied up in the middle of the ice.
Yeah, great job from John Wagner there defending the screen. And a good cover there.
Shot here from Reinhardt. LaSalle just crowding up the middle of the net as the Prep desperately try to get it away. Here's Jones. And offside called. That was unfortunate for LaSalle. The Prep needed that one. We'll get a face-off here. 1:48 remaining, and just close to the end of this broadcast, we would like to invite you to subscribe to WSJP if you like what you're seeing here, and to stay up to date with everything St. Joe's Prep Sports. In just about a half hour, the Prep will take on Commonwealth in the PCL Championship Wrestling. I got to run back over there the second this game ends. Timeout called by the Explorers.
Like, subscribe, hit that bell, do all that stuff you want to do.
Indeed. So, yeah, the Prep will take on Commonwealth. I got to run back over there, help Sam Salomon out with the broadcast in a half hour now. And then on Friday, St. Joseph's Prep Basketball will take on Devon Prep at Devon Prep, 7 p.m. tip. Next Monday, the Hawks will take on LaSalle College High School in basketball. That one at LaSalle, 4 p.m. tip. And then finally, next Wednesday, St. Joe's Prep Hockey back in action for their final 8-pack game of the season. They will take on Holy Ghost Prep at Holy Ghost Prep, Grundy Ice Arena. Myself, AJ, will be on the call for that game.
Yes, sir.
That one on next Wednesday. And then senior night for AJ. You'll be inducted, well, not inducted, but you'll be recognized at senior night, I guess I should say.
Yeah, I mean inducted. I'm actually in the Keller Fieldhouse. They're gonna hang a banner with my name on it. There's a couple icons.
This headset's gonna be retired.
Yeah, they're gonna retire my headset. It's gonna be cool. It's like believable on his day under it. You know?
Nonetheless, AJ will be recognized at senior night in a great. AJ, your second recognition of the year. St. Joe's Prep football also recognizing you as well. And we appreciate St. Joe's Prep Sports for letting that recognizing us broadcasters here on WSJ.
I could be wrong, Ryan, but I feel like this might have been the first year they did that, and I'm going to get it twice. And I'm very happy about that. I must say, I really appreciate that. Obviously, I enjoy doing these games. Just like I mentioned earlier, just for the love of the game. It's something I enjoy doing for fun. But I also, you really appreciate just getting some thanks. It means a lot to me. So I do really appreciate all that.
Well, that'll be in about 2 weeks from now, February 6th.
Yes, sir.
And a whistle blown from the officials.
Shout out. Well, we're here to the St. Joe's Prep Ski Club, going on a trip this week. We leave on Friday, right after school. Yep, we'll be up in Killington for the weekend.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Yes, sir.
The net is crowded. LaSalle just trying to get a shot off here. Net, there's actually, Colep is actually out of the net. I did not realize that. I failed to mention that, so an empty net for LaSalle.
Yeah, I mean, down 3-2 with a minute and a half left. You got to pull the goalie.
Yep. And Greenwald desperately just trying to get away from the Prep as they push up towards center ice. This one cleared as LaSalle tries to get there before the Prep do, so the Prep can't re-secure. And now Noah Stool just clears it. That one's not going to get far enough to go to the net as Jones gets it back for LaSalle. Cross ice pass. That one tipped off of Fisher. Sharafi tries to get it to Fisher again. Fisher looking towards the net, but it's taken away. Fisher might got ahead of himself. Has a chance to score. And it goes right. That one would have most likely ended it. But now we still have a minute remaining with LaSalle having a chance. Shot from Castelli. It got knocked before Castelli could even get near the net with it. Podolka has it knocked away by Fisher and Noah Stool. Beautiful job from Stool. That one to center ice again. 44 seconds. It's coming down to the wire here. Sharafi gets it back for the Prep. Martin trying to knock it away from him. Sharafi just clears it. As the Hawks can probably get a line change in quickly. Castelli out. Yeah, icing called. I apologize. Got a little ahead of myself there.
No, all good.
3-2, 33 seconds remaining.
It's fast sport. You got to be rolling quickly.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know if any of you guys were listening to that game when I tried to do. Ryan put me on play-by-play. I was struggling.
Well, you know what?
I was having a hard time. I was not used to that speed. I like to fill in the space. It's more my thing.
Fair enough. Face-off coming. Probably the most key face-off of the game. Official, the Prep, they want the face-off on the other side of the ice, and
I mean, it was iced on the left side. But
yeah, you're right. And there we go, face-off. Oh, wow. Out. Gargon barely gets it out of there. This one couldn't roll towards the net. It's getting there.
No.
And it just goes left as it's icing called. That was so close, just a hair off.
It hit the pipe, Ryan. It hit the far pipe. I mean, that would have been awesome.
A little to the right, Cole Gargon would have had his 12th goal of the season, and that would have pretty much ended things here at the Class of 1923 arena.
Yep.
But we move on. 22 seconds.
A vital draw here. If you're really both teams, you'll say you got to possess it now, and if you're the Prep, you got to get this.
One by the Prep. And the Prep might stall here in the last couple of moments. Karangi gets it to Leonard, knocked away from the Prep. That one almost cleared. France tries to pass it to the side to Jones, but he wasn't there. Gargon just tries to stick poke it away. The Prep can't poke it away again. Gargon does, and that will give it. It is over. St. Joe's Prep will defeat LaSalle 3-2. Deja vu of what happened in the first game. It was 3-2 then. It's 3-2 now. St. Joe's Prep get the win over LaSalle.
Yeah, it was a close one, Ryan. It was a good game, like all these games always are. Like, St. Joe's Prep, LaSalle rivalry. Do we have a name for our rivalry? I might not be tapped into that.
I don't think so.
Is there a name? Like the Holy War or something? I don't know. I know that's more of a college thing, but
I don't know.
You know what? Someone should come up with that.
Yeah, they should.
I'll think tank it. I'll give it some thought.
Yeah.
See what I can come up with.
St. Joe's Prep get the win over LaSalle 3-2. I got to get out of here. I got to run the wrestling. Make sure you tune in. And in about 25 minutes, Sam Sullivan on the mic. Hopefully I'll be there helping him out. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by AJ Farrington, Thomas Coelho on the camera as well. We say thank you, have a good night, and go Prep.
Bang.